Hello, thank you for joining me in this sharing. The question that is presented today is, why is there harsh judgment around channeling? Why is there harsh judgment around channeling? Please give me one moment to receive source energy, known to me as the grand universe, a collective consciousness to assist ones with compassion and kindness, love towards oneself and Mother Earth. We are here, eager to share, wanting to share. Tracy is wanting to share, and we want to just say once again, it is a sharing. It is only a sharing. The information that is put forth is just to shine a light upon your light, wanting you to feel better than perhaps you feel this day. When selecting the questions, Tracy receiving, writing down word for word what we are sharing and the questions that we are wanting to present in this 18 segment series. And when this one came up, why is there harsh judgment around channeling? She thought, I'm eager to hear and to be part of the answer, meaning being part of the sharing of the answer. For so often, Tracy is condemned. One's not understanding. Just not understanding. And to Tracy herself, she is in awe and gratitude. Awe and gratitude. We mentioned in a previous segment that she was fascinated. She is fascinated, still fascinated. How do you move my hands? And then when she did the videos and she saw for the first time truly what she looked like when she is channeling, how do you make those facial expressions? How does it all connect? How do I know what to say? Where is it coming from? So she has had ones around her speak about condemnation, harsh judgment, and many feel the same way, meaning many find it is so foreign and so sort of out there, so loopy, if you will. And we want to be playful in this delivery because we understand that if one is not understanding, it is hard to get one's head around. Tracy will say all the time, trying to explain it to someone, well, I take a deep breath and I'm receiving source energy. Yes, but what is source energy? Well, source energy, a collective consciousness, assisting ones for a greater lifetime, if you will, in Tracy's world. And truly, it is not a concept that ones can resonate with. Not ones resonate with it at all, in fact. Why does your voice change, one will say? Well, Tracy will answer, well, it is so one can differentiate between the two, when it is me, when it is not me. And she herself has a hard time explaining. So why is there harsh judgment around channeling? It is truly just because ones are not aware of what channeling is. So channeling, if you will, is a space that allows a collective consciousness to speak through one. Now, how long has it been going on? Eternity. How long will it go on? Eternity. Communication between Tracy likes to use the words heavens above, but it is all things. It is all a divine creation, if you will. And we have to be very careful with our wording because ones don't want to feel that there is a higher being so wonderful. If they were so wonderful, how can they be communicating this way? Some have convinced themselves that it is sort of on the dark side. And if they have convinced themselves it's from the dark side, then they've convinced themselves, yes, but it is a mask. They're really dark and they're saying really nice things to lure you in. And Tracy has heard it all. Tracy has been condemned harshly many times. And she will say, if you felt what I felt, if you could understand the love that comes forth and to the ones that sit before me, because we're just doing videos present day, but ones come to see her in her private office as she connects with source energy, and then it is a sort of we don't want to say a spin-off, if you will, not the right wording, but part of being a psychic medium is channeling. We want to be careful again, because all gifts are different. And all gifts are tailored to the one that has chosen the gift, if you will. So we could even say, why is there harsh judgment about being a psychic medium? Or no one can speak to the heavens. We cannot convince or entice, and we would never do that. Tracy would never say to someone, if you really want to discover what it is all about, please come and see me. I have the afternoon free, come and see me. She will never entice one to come to see her. She will never even say to ones what she does as her profession. She will say it when one asks her, and what is it that you do? And she often starts with, because knowing of the condemnation, knowing of the harshness, she'll start with, I am an author. Accurate. She's not continuing the conversation saying, I am an author, channeling source energy. All the books she has ever written, pen to paper, it is all channeled. She has no idea when the book ends. She has no idea of the next chapter. All coming from above, as she likes to say. So Tracy found a space, if you will, to broaden, to open her consciousness, if you will, to allow the information to flow through. Now we want to say her desire was so strong to communicate with we're just going to keep using the word heavens. Her desire was so strong to communicate with the heavens. She found that space to really push herself out. Now we're not going to go into all that. Question: can all beings channel? And the answer is a resounding yes. And all beings do channel in their own way. It is called intuition. It is called knowing of a higher guidance, if you will. Again, we want to be very careful with our wording. Very careful with our wording. All beings intuitively has gentle guidance from, we want to say from above, but it's not really from above. It is an opening space to communicate. Now, it gets really fussy. It gets really uneasy, especially for Tracy she's not explaining it. She doesn't know the next word, but she is knowing of the condemnation that will come towards her. So she is really wanting to choose her words carefully, even though we are delivering the words. So, when one is channeling, such as Tracy channeling, fully engaged, but yet sort of aside, she has to move all her if you want to say own self, aside to create a space to receive in the grandest way. And each soul channels through their intuition, knowing, oh, no, I shouldn't do that. No, I shouldn't do that. And there's a little gentle nudge, or a little gentle nudge, phone your mom. And you phone your mom, and she said, I'm having a sad day. I'm sort of missing you. This is channeling, if you will. But ones that can convey a message through themselves and speak the words and hand movement and facial expressions. When ones can truly expand and open that space, it is channeling in the grandest way. We want to be very clear that if you can sort of understand, we want to use the word believe, but we're not wanting to change a belief system. We're not wanting to entice, we're not wanting to encourage, we're not wanting to share anything that truly does not sit well with one's hearts, even though it might not sit well, because again, it is not sort of something that is every day. Is it becoming more popular, if you will? Popular, not the right words, but you're hearing more and more about people tapping in to this greater source or source energy or whatever they're tapping into, if you will. Now we say whatever because people will instantly say, I wouldn't touch that. I wouldn't mess with that. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're getting into. Tracy has had letters. Stop what you are doing. Stop what you are doing. It is not good. You are being deceived. It is a disguise, and on it goes. So the challenge is, how would Tracy prove it? She could not. The only thing that she knows for herself is the feeling of absolute oneness, the feeling of absolute joy, the feeling of absolute love. The words, as Tracy will say, are always so divine and beautiful, caressing one's soul to feel better. Many come to Tracy because their heart is unsettled, because they are suffering great loss. The words must be gentle. The words must be soothing. And when Tracy experiences the love, the soothing, the comfort, the relief, for Tracy it is love, comfort, and relief. So, again, we're not here to entice anyone, convince anyone that channeling is the grandest thing on the planet. What we would like to share, though, is that harsh judgment and condemnation about any one thing is never good for one's soul. It is not good for the one speaking it. It is not good for the one putting it forth. And we've said it time and time again. We've said it many times before this segment. When ones are speaking unkind words to oneself, beating upon themselves, or judging and beating upon another, it is beating. It doesn't matter if you're saying it within or speaking it out. It is a vibration. And when one is condemning another, they are truly condemning themselves. We just want you to ponder. We want you to ponder that, for everyone has their own belief system. Tracy has a saying, when one believes No proof is necessary. When one does not believe, no proof is possible. And it is so true, because even if Tracy were to spend time with one that does not believe at all, and we say believe because that is sort of the word, you either believe in it or you don't. But if one is looking, she often has ones approaching her, tell me the lottery numbers, or if you could tell me my date of birth off the top of your head, then perhaps I will come and see you. Really? Tracy will reply, I'm not here to convince you. Your heart will guide you if you're wanting to come to see me. Your heart will guide you. And if it is not in your heart, if you need a lot of reassurance or if you need tangible proof, I cannot deliver tangible proof. How can Tracy, other than speaking the words, deliver tangible proof? It is impossible. It is like saying, what does the breeze look like? It's a feeling, you know, the feeling of the breeze, the feeling of the wind. But can you grab it? Can you touch it? Can you pick it up and show it to another? No. No, but you know it is there. So, again, we truly want to say we are not here to entice anyone or change anyone's minds or beliefs about channeling. In fact, if you're not wanting to know anything about channeling, the chances of one hearing this segment is so slim. The ones hearing this segment are most likely interested. Most likely interested. Really, really good. There isn't tangible evidence that one could present to say this is exactly what it is. Tracy herself, even with the experience time and time and time and time and time again, could not explain in her own words what channeling is. She could not explain it. She could try and explain it. She wants to explain it. But she could not truly find words that connect or match the feeling. She could not describe. How can one describe love? It is a feeling. It is a feeling. So when Tracy is wanting to share brilliant messages, and she says that, well, the words didn't come from me. And she'll promote her books by saying, it's a fascinating book. I just loved it. I loved it all. I loved writing it. I loved reading it. I loved putting it together. And she can truly say that without sort of an ego perspective, if you will, because she knows she held the pen. In the book, she sat at a typewriter. And we say typewriter because it makes her smile. Harsh judgment about channeling is the same as harsh judgment about anything or anyone. Condemnation about channeling is the same about condemning anyone, including oneself. How does it change? When does judgment stop? Judgment about anything. When does harsh judgment stop about anything? When does condemnation stop about anything? Everyone is so diverse. Everyone is so diverse, but all pieces of the whole, all fitting together, all here for grand reason. Tracy is here for a grand reason, and she knows what it is. And she is only wanting to share to all the souls that feel guided. To all the souls that feel guided. If one is apprehensive, she'll say, oh, no. When you feel a little more certain or a little more secure. We'll talk. She doesn't want to entice or change someone's mind, not at all. We ask the question, why is there harsh judgment about or around channeling? But we can say it with any topic, any topic. We could say it with anything that one's indulge in doing, that one's create, that one's experience. Harsh judgment about anything, about anything, about anyone. Everyone views the world from a different perspective and their own experiences and what they truly believe within themselves. We just want to say, we want to share. Be mindful of judgment. Be mindful of criticism. Be mindful of condemnation. And be mindful of it all within yourself. Be mindful with it all within yourself. And be mindful when it is placed upon another. Because it truly sort of is like like a reflection, if you will. It comes back to you. It is difficult to feel good when there's harsh judgment about anything or anyone. Tracy's father used to say to her, live and let live. And we want to share the words of wisdom. Live and let live. And perhaps the things that are not understood, it is okay. And if you want to find something on a deeper level to understand it, ask the questions, have the experience. Condemning is painful for one's being. Harsh judgment is painful for one's being. Be mindful of it. Good. It is a brilliant sharing. We are wanting to share light upon one's light. We are wanting to share love. We are wanting to share kindness and compassion. Wanting to share love for oneself. It is all the foundation of Tracy's work. You cannot pick up a book or come to see her in person or listen to a video. Whatever she is creating around, we're going to say her gifts, it is always the foundation of compassion, kindness, love towards oneself and mankind. And we truly want to just throw a little something in. Tracy was so desiring to create a world of love. She found a way to communicate, if you will, to the great heavens above. But she found a way to communicate with pets, cats and dogs and horses, if you will. And that fills her heart with all that is good. We're just going to sort of throw that in there because so many are not knowing that it is done, that many can speak to animals, you can speak to your own pet. You have the ability to understand what is in your pet's hearts. That is channeling. Good. There is great love for you. No. Thank you.